behind me, and Daniel Bryan was officially born.
My name is Daniel Bryan. I've been wrestling all over the world, and finally, I have an opportunity here in the WWE.
Although much like childbirth, as I've heard from my wife, this was also a somewhat painful experience. I came back as part of NXT, which wasn't like the NXT that you know and love today. At the time, NXT was a reality show with rookies and pro mentors. Unfortunately, my pro was The Miz.
People will say that you're great, that you're a star, that you're ready for the WWE. You think you're ready?
Yes, I do.
Well, one thing you have to learn about the WWE is you have to expect anything.
This is Miz's mind beating a little bit of respect into his NXT rookie.
Believe it or not, we didn't get along very well back then either. I think the most ridiculous thing we had to do in NXT was the obstacle course. Okay, so you're gonna do the monkey bars. Then we go in the ring and juggle. Then you're gonna see how fast you can drink soda. Side note, it was actually supposed to be a hot dog eating contest. When they realized I was vegan and they didn't have any vegan hot dogs, they turned it into a soda drinking contest.
I didn't know vegans could drink soda. Not drink at all.
I hadn't drank any soda in years. Think, watching that on TV, a grown man just drinking soda from a cup. That's it. Despite that, I did have the tremendous opportunity to show the WWE Universe what I was capable of when I got to face the World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Jericho. I loved watching Chris Jericho from the time I was in high school, the stuff that he did in WCW, being able to go against the world champion on NXT on the first show. Win, lose, or draw, that elevates you, and I was very thankful for that opportunity.
We're on the inaugural episode of NXT, the World Heavyweight. Champion Chris Jericho taking on the Miz's rookie, Daniel Bryan.
I've been looking forward to this main event. WrestleMania is on the horizon, but tonight is a WrestleMania of sorts for all the NXT rookies.
Well, Daniel Bryan was excited earlier in the night to be out on the biggest stage of his life, but that was before he knew he was going to face the... He's going to have to learn to take Miz's advice if he wants to survive here. And here we go to elbow drop. And here we go to elbow drop. What a stomp.
Good grief.
Uh-oh. Oh, what an uppercut.
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
These competitors are walking on dangerous ground right now. Drop down. Oh, it's not going to be good. This is not going to be good.
Emotions have been running high all night, guys. Daniel Bryan has to put everything that happened earlier in the rearview mirror and focus on Chris Jericho.
What a strike. When this guy's on, look out. Uh-oh, what's this?
Daniel Bryan is in all kinds of trouble. Takes him down in a major... Wwe2k19. Bryan's in trouble. Daniel Bryan just stopped dead in his tracks, man. He's in bad shape now.
Bang! Beautiful technique. Cover
with the elbow.
Right on the jaw.
He doesn't want to do this outside the ring. This might be it. Oh, my. You can say whatever you want to say about The Miz. He's a loudmouth, but he's the Unified Tag Team Champion. He's the United States Champion. And the fact of the matter is, this guy, Daniel Bryan, has to show some respect for the WWE Pro.
Yeah, respect is due to The Miz. I mean, just because Miz comes out here in the WWE Universe, disrespects him for absolutely no reason, doesn't give Bryan the permission to do the same thing.
Observing the relationship between The Miz and Daniel Bryan, I don't think there's any chance Bryan is going to forget the embarrassment he went through earlier. So what if Daniel Bryan doesn't want to show Miz any respect?
What if he's going to get the hell beaten out of him? What's going to happen? He's not going to make it far if he continues discord with The Miz. Uh-oh, Bryan looking for it. The yes lock is applied. Will his opponent tap?
But he's running on fumes here. Does he have enough left in him to capitalize? You know, Bryan comes out here and says he's been wrestling all over the world. But honestly, who cares? I've never heard of him until he showed up at NXT.
Well, the things you've never heard of could fill the entire internet, Cole. All the WWE pros have heard Daniel Bryan. This guy's been competing on the independent scene for 10 years. Daniel Bryan's ready to go in a lot of people's opinion. Cole, I mentioned how Daniel Bryan's gained some traction on the independents, but I think you're still dumbfounded. Go find a computer, man. Invest in some research. Be a broadcast journalist like myself.
So wait a minute, Corey. Just because this guy's wrestling in a high school gym in front of what, 50 people, I'm supposed to be impressed? You're sounding like the rest of these internet guys, posting and blogging, believing in... There's a pin now. And he got a near fall out of it. Y2J is not giving... up his title of being the best in the world. There's no way that Jericho's going to lose to this guy. Yeah, but the way this match is going, it's a real possibility. Jericho, though, needs a breather, and he rolls out of the ring to try to do that.
A wise maneuver from a wily veteran.
I'm not sure if Jericho's going to get much rest time. What is this guy doing? Daniel Bryan! Suicide dive right off the announce desk. Looks like Bryan might have bounced off the announce desk himself. I don't think Miz liked the fact that Bryan threw his body in harm's way, and I can't say I blame him. What's this guy thinking?
Despite all of his actions from earlier tonight, I do have to respect the long journey Daniel... Bryan's taken to finally make it to WWE.
Well, Bryan is an internet darling who's excited for this opportunity, but look at the Miz ringside. I can just tell he's enjoying every ounce of punishment his rookie is taking.
With good reason,
switch, that's for sure.
This is a great motivator, and Daniel Bryan doesn't have the common knowledge to heed Miz's advice.
I agree. Maybe after Jericho finishes his beating, Bryan will finally listen to the Miz. What impact. And he's heading back in.
Uh-oh, the double leg.
He's going for it if he can step through.
And Jericho turn him over.
He's got it. Walls of Jericho locked in.
To think, I almost wrote him off earlier.
He can end it here.
He got him.
Oh, somehow. Wow. Chris Jericho has him in his sights. Ooh.
If that doesn't end it, I don't know what will.
Hoping to end it here.
This is it.
2, 3. Jericho just had enough with this rookie. That match might go down as one of the best matches.
Daniel Bryan fought valiantly, but just couldn't hang with the champ.
Yeah, this time, experience was just too much. We're on the inaugural episode of NXT. World Heavyweight Champion Chris Jericho taking on the Miz's rookie, Daniel Bryan. I've been looking forward to this main event. WrestleMania is on the horizon, but tonight is a WrestleMania of sorts for all the NXT rookies.
Well, Daniel Bryan was excited earlier in the night to be out on the biggest stage of his life, but that was before he knew he was going to face the World Heavyweight Champion. He's going to have to learn to take Miz's advice if he wants to survive here.
Elbow drop. And here we go now. And here we go now.
Nailed it.
I've got to say, I'm surprised to see Bryan actually testing the champion here a bit. It must be the inspiration from The Miz that's propelling this offense. Devastating elbow. Ooh. And here we go now. Elbow drop. And here we go now. Wow. Elbow. What a stomp. Good grief. With this being the first night of NXT, the whole purpose of this show is to find the next breakout star, the next main eventer. In my mind, in my estimation, Daniel Bryan did not start off on the right foot.
No, he didn't, but I love this whole concept, Cole. It's trial by fire. We have the opportunity to get some real insight into the personality, or lack thereof, of 8 NXT rookies looking to achieve a WWE dream.
He's calling for it. He'd be wise to stay right there. Boom! Goes down hard. Here we go. Daniel Bryan is in position. He wants no part of this. Knocked him right off his feet. Yeah, no kidding. Chris Jericho doing a great job of turning that around. Oh, he's able to reverse it.
Oh, nasty impact.
Taken off his... feet here.
And it's moves like that that make him so dangerous.
Boom, what impact. This might be it. Oh, my. You know, we've got to cover. Daniel Bryan kicks out easily.
Have to put in a little more work than that. Beautiful technique. Bryan's been known to be a submission specialist on the independents, but Jericho has a few...
Daniel may be a submission machine, but you don't become a star in WWE without charisma, with a better catchphrase than The Miz, because Daniel Bryan is not awesome. Daniel Bryan has the personality to make paint dry. Down he goes. That'll do it every time. You gotta believe this one's over. Whoa, down he goes.
That was impressive, Cole.
Oh, the old European uppercut.
Oh, I'm thinking the champion is starting to realize he underestimated this rookie.
Jericho's in trouble. Can we be seeing a monumental upset?
Monumental upset would be an absolute understatement.
Sunset flip.
Bryan is not playing right now. Daniel Bryan has had compounding problems tonight, and the main one is standing ringside.
Yeah, but Miz isn't in the ring, Saxton. The World Heavyweight Champion is. If Daniel Bryan has an issue with The Miz, now is not the time to worry about it.
Oh, and a terrific reversal by Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is on the wrong end of an offensive campaign. Simply put, he's in trouble and needs to find a way out.
I'm still watching The Miz lurking at ringside. Why is The Miz even out here? The way he's treated Daniel Bryan has been demoralizing. There's no reason for The Miz to be out here.
Where do you want him to be, Byron? That's where he's supposed to be. He's Daniel Bryan's mentor just because... And he got a near fall out of it.
Well, they call him the Lionheart for a reason. And there's the reason why.
There's no way. He's in big trouble. He caught him slipping. Oh, and he's taken off his feet.
I'll tell you, he can't afford to be horizontal at this point in the match, Cole. Lands this, and he is done.
Suicide dive.
Bryan's in trouble.
Look at this. Oh, an elbow drop. Oh,
Pierce.
the elbow. What's he going to do with it? He's bringing it back inside the ring now. Daniel Bryan just stopped dead in his tracks. Man, he's in bad shape now. And that's how a superstar takes advantage of their ring position. He's going for the pin.
Oh, what a chop block.
Here we go. Daniel Bryan is in position.
The end is near for him. Are you kidding me? He's flipped the switch, that's for sure.
Wait a minute. He wants no part of the outside. Daniel Bryan looking to attack from high. Look out! I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope. Incoming. He's going for it all. Whoa! Up the turnbuckle goes Daniel Bryan. Look at this. He's not going to go quietly.
No superstar worth his salt ever does.
He goes down hard.
Yeah, he's not looking very good at this point, Cole.
Daniel Bryan looking to attack from high. Incoming. I don't like the look in his eye here, folks. Whoa! He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle. Look at this!
Bryan is not playing right now.
Guys, you're getting ahead of yourself. Look out! Be some sort of miracle.
boy.
See, I told you.
Oh, boy.
This one's over now. Roll him into the walls of Jericho. Tap him out, Chris.
Bryan's trying to fight it.
Rolls through. What a counter by the technician, Daniel Bryan.
Oh, my God.
Heel hook is in.
Jericho's in trouble.
Jericho trying it. Is he going to tap? Is he going to tap?
He may have no choice.
He may headed to the bottom rope. You've got to be impressed, Michael, from what we're seeing from Daniel Bryan.
Did he win yet, Byron? Daniel Bryan thinks he...
Oh, breaker!
You can't allow a veteran like Jericho any time to recover.
You're right, Corey. That was a rookie move. And now he's going to pay for it, Byron. That very well may be the case, Michael. This loser's going to lose again. Lion Tamer. Can Bryan hold on? Tap out, nerd.
You got your wish, Cole. Daniel Bryan fought valiantly, but just couldn't hang with the champ.
Yeah, this time, experience was just too much for Daniel Bryan. And listen, Miz has got to be so disappointed, and I don't blame him. Luck of the draw, Miz got this loser to be his protege, and now Miz a little bit of tough love here. Whoa, tough love? Give me a break. Tough love. This is ridiculous.
Miz is obviously frustrated with his start.
Champion would solidify my status in WWE, right? Nope. Just a few months later, I was released. For those of you keeping track at home, this was the second time I was released by WWE. I thought this time I might be done with WWE for good. But not long after my release, I returned at SummerSlam. When WWE called me, they said, hey, if you want to come back, that's for the main event of SummerSlam. Main eventing SummerSlam, it's just super cool. Old school pay-per-views. Still holds special meaning. Not long after SummerSlam, my strained relationship with The Miz picked up right where it left off.
Let me tell you something. I am the talent.
The Miz is almost a perfect adversary for me because we are so polar opposites. The one thing I do respect about Miz, he works very, very hard.
You and me, U.S. Championship match. Yes or no?
Yes. We had our first match against each other at Night of Champions 2010 for the United States title.
Look at The Miz. He's hard, he's charismatic, he's smart, he's Mr. Money in the Bank, and he's the United States champion.
Well, Michael, he may not be one of those things if he lands in Daniel Bryan's label lock.
Bryan faced Miz in a submission match on Raw. He made Miz tap faster than a heavy metal drummer. If that happens tonight, we'll have a new United States champion.
Miz was saving himself. Elbow drop, big time. Stomp. Good grief. Harsh impact. Between his championship, his briefcase, and his media obligations, Miz is slipping just a little here. He'll bounce back. Oh, man, that hurt the back. Spine rattling. He's going for it all. Here we go. Daniel Bryan is in position. He'd be wise to stay right there. I can't believe that Daniel Bryan even has a championship match here tonight. He basically quit NXT, becoming the first person eliminated. He is nothing more than a loser, like you, Saxton.
Well, I agree with the end there, Cole, but the elimination may have been a blessing in disguise. While the rest of the NXT performers formed a nexus, Daniel Bryan stood against their injustices in the main event of SummerSlam.
We discussed Daniel Bryan's last place finish on NXT back when he was on that show. Boy, am I glad he didn't win. Can you imagine this nerd in the main event WWE Championship match tonight the NXT winner earned?
I can easily imagine it. Despite your thoughts, I believe that Daniel Bryan has many more main events in his future. Oh boy, he is rolling.
Perhaps he's thinking the ring can't contain what he has in mind here.
Even though Daniel Bryan did not have the best track record as an NXT rookie, I think a win tonight would make Daniel Bryan worthy of being a WWE NXT Pro. Don't you think?
If Daniel Bryan... and ever becomes an NXT Pro, then there's a 1% chance I'll continue doing that show. What kind of weirdo would ever take advice from Daniel Bryan? That would be like a young announcer learning from you, Byron. Stump puller leg snap.
That's going to hurt. Tear your hamstring.
Oh, this is dangerous right here.
Look out! Pinfall attempt here from Daniel Bryan. And the champ kicks out.
So resourceful.
I just cannot believe the disrespect The Miz had to endure at the hands of Daniel Bryan.
Oh, the yes lock is in. Wow. The yes lock is in.
Unreal.
Oh, nice takedown. Looking to lock it in. Lapel lock to lapel. Lock is in.
Nice. Shut it down.
Oof. Caught with the elbow.
Right on the jaw. You guys brought up Miz and Bryan's relationship on NXT. Obviously, Bryan can't learn any new moves from the Miz.
Well, what happens if the Miz comes up short here tonight? Oh boy, he is rolling.
He goes for the cover. And the
Not yet.
The Miz is doing all he can to damage Daniel Bryan, to negate that dangerous label lock.
I don't want to negate more than that.
Neckbreaker.
But can he follow up here?
Wow, that was some reversal by Daniel Bryan.
whoa, down he goes.
That was impressive, Cole.
And it's Bryan showing some agility.
Looks like he might have an answer. He's firing. Ooh, what impact.
The Miz getting outclassed here tonight, guys. Oh boy, he is rolling.
Up the turnbuckle goes Daniel Bryan.
Got the leg.
Banging screw.
That'll tear your knee up.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered.
Scoop slam.
German suplex spiked.
He knows he's in trouble.
Oh, the yes lock is cinched in.
Here's he got with the yes lock.
The Miz getting outclassed here tonight, guys. He did it. Daniel Bryan is U.S. champion.
No, it can't be.
Wow. I haven't seen a match like that in a long time. I might go home and watch a replay. It was that good.
States champion.
After I defeated The Miz, my WWE career really started to take off. I won the Money in the Bank briefcase and then cashed it in to beat The Big Show for my first World Heavyweight Championship.
Can you believe it? Daniel Bryan is the new World Heavyweight Champion.
But for every step forward, it seemed like I took 2 steps back. One was pretty big. When at WrestleMania in 2012, I lost the world title in just 18 seconds.
Oh man! A front kick by Sheamus! Oh my God! Sheamus is the world champion! That may be one of the fastest title changes in the history of WrestleMania!
After that, I was angry and wanted to blame a lot of people for my failure. But it actually led to one of the most enjoyable times of my career.
Daniel Bryan's forced to go to anger management with that man. No!
I formed an unlikely partnership with Kane.
Shut your mouth right now. The devil's favorite demon is nothing without the world's toughest vegan. No! 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 No!
Kane is one of my favorite people. We almost have the same sense of humor.
Daniel Bryan and Kane hugging out tonight. This is the most awkward and weird thing I've ever seen. There we go. Yes, they hugged it out. Anger management, I believe, has been a success.
We just had a lot of fun.
We watch each other's back. Team Hell No style.
We had our first shot at the Tag Team Championships when we faced Kofi Kingston and R-Truth at Night of Champions in 2012.
That'll hinder your modeling career. We're in Boston in a building where many great champions have been crowned, and right now, the tag team titles are on the line. The champions, Kofi Kingston and R-Truth against the unlikely team of Daniel Bryan and Kane.
Talk about an odd couple, Michael. With everything we've seen from Bryan and Kane in the past few weeks, I gotta wonder if Dr. Shelby's anger management therapy can turn these two into a cohesive unit.
What do you know about therapists, Saxton? They've been thrusted into this position while the champions have been centered around their teamwork for the past 5 months. Kane and Bryan only have anger management in common. I wouldn't call that a building block towards tag team titles.
Oh, man, right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
Caught him with a big boot.
On the
arm. Uppercut. Kane and Daniel Bryan are seeming to get along thus far, Corey.
Yeah, they're getting along for one reason. To get rid of that quack Dr. Shelby. Even I would try to get along with you, Cole, if it meant not listening to Dr. Shelby. Leading up to this match, a lot of praise was thrown on Kofi and R-Truth. Kofi being a 3-time Intercontinental Champion and both having time as United States Champion. Well, Daniel Bryan has his accolades as well.
Of course, Daniel Bryan. And won the United States Championship at this same pay-per-view 2 years ago against The Miz. He also went on to win a Money in the Bank and become a World Heavyweight Champion.
bringing up Daniel Bryan's time as World Heavyweight Champion. He did lose that title in only 18 seconds to Sheamus at WrestleMania.
Why? Why do you have to go and bring that up, Saxton? You know Daniel's in a fragile state right now, and you bring up a moment where he was caught off guard and hit by a now outlawed bro kick. Oh, to tear the features clean off your face.
So, Michael, let me ask you, did Daniel Bryan's anger management issues begin way back in April at WrestleMania, when Bryan, who was World Heavyweight Champion at the time, lost his title to Sheamus in a record 18 seconds?
It's been haunting Daniel Bryan for months.
Yes, it did. Listen, Daniel Bryan confessed that WrestleMania was the most embarrassing moment of his whole life, and that's including the time his fiancée left him at the altar. Come to think of it, that was this year, too. I can't blame Daniel for feeling some stress.
Ever since Kofi and R-Truth became allies, they've been on a tear in WWE. They know how to work together as a tag team. Then on the other side of the ring, judging from the last few weeks, Kane and Daniel Bryan are far from being on the same page.
Same page? Daniel and Kane aren't even reading the same book. Whereas Kofi and Truth are finishing each other's sentences.
Now the old vicious head crank. Look at the torque. We talk about being on the same page, and Truth and Kofi certainly are. But wouldn't you think Kane and Daniel Bryan shared experience in anger management?
Kofi and Truth have held those titles for 5 months. It'd be ridiculous to think that trust falls and yelling at kids wearing goat masks for a couple of weeks is going to get you... Kane with a vice-like grip on his opponent's skull. Now he's got to capitalize.
Come on, R-Truth, you can do this.
You know, I have to say, I've seen some progress in Kane and Daniel Bryan's anger management. I don't think they are all the way there, but there's been definite progress.
Too, Michael, we don't see Daniel screaming in the face of fans anymore. He's keeping his composure pretty well. And Kane, well, Kane is still Kane. There is some deep-rooted trouble within that monster. In comparing Daniel Bryan and Kane's progress in therapy, I think there are two different cases. Bryan had an emotional breakdown brought on by the WWE Universe, whereas Kane has just been sick and demented.
Here we go.
Maybe a figment of your imagination, but little Jimmy hurts.
Here he goes for the win!
Can he close it out?
Kofi Kingston is tagged in.